Good afternoon, everybody. Apparently, there has been mix up with the time zone change. I'm assuming that you guys have changed to the springtime zone now that we are reaching the springtime. Well, we're already in springtime in Vancouver, but we have not changed the time zone where I am based in Buenos Aires. So apologies for that mix up. So we're going to be recording the session and we're going to be posting the session an hour later than the scheduled time. For you guys to have this available. So once again, sincere apologies for the mix-up, and we are going to be presenting. I'm going to be sharing a short presentation with you. Now that we're reaching the end of the semester and we are very close to wrap up this course, I hope that your experience has been enjoyable thus far. And of course, please don't hesitate to reach out to us to let us know how we can improve that. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. We're ready. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys today. As of Friday last week, we have finished covering the whole topics, the list of topics for our course, namely finance and accounting, marketing, corporate sustainability, and also innovation and operations management, the COP guys. I hope that you have enjoyed this specific module of the program. Also, we have had a short module on organizational behavior and leadership. And finally, we are wrapping up the course with a module dedicated to strategy, to business strategy and entrepreneurship. This is going to be the heart of the last assignment that we're going to be sharing in this course. Okay, which we will be unveiling its contents today. So very much on Friday and last Wednesday in the contents that have been uploaded on Canvas, the lecture topics have gravitated around the notion of a business model. And really, a business model is very much a blueprint that allows us to understand and to test the assumption of whether a business will be successful in the future. So that's why this is such a core topic, such an important notion in the world of entrepreneurship. So this is what we would like to explore in our final assignment, wrapping up the course, the idea of new business models and tapping into some of the most promising areas in the wood industry that we are seeing nowadays. What we can see in the pictures are four avenues that have been around for some time, but they're actually showing a lot of potential, a lot of opportunities, business opportunities around them. The first picture refers to wood pellets, basically. Second is CLT, cross-laminated timber, and a wide array of opportunities there. The third one, it's a little bit fuzzy and maybe it's not that clear, but basically it's cellulose filaments. And if you check them out and if you look them up, you will see that they allow for a wealth and a plethora of applications out there. The fourth is a little bit more obvious, and those are prefab homes. So basically, what you're going to be prompted to do is to choose one of these four avenues, choose a product that you would be interested to learn more from a business management point of view. Um, can you suggest a fifth, a sixth avenue or a group of products that you would like to explore from this particular perspective? By all means. But you need to make sure to send us a note, send us an email to me and the TAs so that we can know in advance and validate that idea and make sure that you are supported and you have available resources in order to complete the assignment. But for the time being, let's entertain the idea that we need to opt out among these four. They're quite, there are plenty of options, and each of these pathways allow for, again, for a plethora of opportunities in and among themselves. So let's entertain this idea. So the first step in assignment number 4 will be completing the business model canvas, which is something that you are already familiar with and you have already studied the previous week. So we have made available a Word template that you can use in order to complete this task. And what we're going to be suggesting is that you bear in mind, again, this is something that I'm reiterating, and I'm sorry for being repetitive, but I think this is quite important, that each of these products may have different applications. in the construction sector, um, in the housing sector, in even in different industries, right? I mean, the cellulose filaments, for instance, those are even more versatile in terms of applications because, of course, they could be used not only in the wood sector, but also in the automotive sector, could be used as additives in constructions, for instance, to make concrete even more resistant and stronger. So you name it. There's a wide array of applications out there. So that means, from a business model perspective, that each of these products may have different customers and different markets that you can target and tap into. That is a direct implication of this. So what you will have to do is to select a specific customer market, a specific segment that you would like to target, and provide the rationale of your choice. Why this is promising, why there's a large market out there for this. You will have to justify that. There's a lot of data that has been provided and has been made available for you on Canvas, but of course, you will have to count on your own research to substantiate that rationale. I mean, thank goodness, in the age of AI, that desk research is much more available and easier to do. Of course, don't forget to state the AI use that you made in completing this particular assignment. But you're very much encouraged to pursue research with the aid and co-piloted by AI in order to substantiate your business assumptions. So when you present your analysis, this part of the task will have or will entail three sections, which are the three sections of the business model per se. You know, the first section is the value delivery one. You should always start with your value proposition, what's right in the middle of the canvas. The second part will be the value capture, how you're going to be making money. So you will have to focus there your description on who your customers are. Remember that those are the heart of the business model again. And along with the value proposition, those are two puzzle pieces that fit together and how you're going to be reaching out to them, the channels and the primary sources of revenue. Basically, those are the key components of the canvas. And the third section is the value creation part, which is the left-hand side of the canvas. You should elaborate on each of these elements and list the main cost items on a qualitative basis. I mean, you already know this. The Canvas exercise does not really entail very detailed quantitative data in terms of how much money you're going to be making with this business. You're not supposed to develop a whole or a complete cash flow for this business, but to state and to identify the main revenue streams as well as the main cost items. And next, last but not least, how are we going to be assessed in this assignment? What's the rubric that we're going to be using? The TA team is going to be grading your assignment based on this particular rubric. You know that this is quite an important component of your grade. It's worth 30 points out of 100 points. So it's quite a weighty component of the grade. But we place a very important emphasis on this particular assignment because it integrates and consolidates and synthesizes many notions and many concepts that you have seen throughout the whole semester. The first component of the rubric that takes the lion's share of the points is consistency and clarity. You know that probably we have discussed this during the lectures around business models and entrepreneurship. The business model or the Canvas exercise entails a lot of, or entails basically the pursuit of systemic coherence, puzzle pieces that fit together. And that's why consistency is such an important component of the grade. Basically, what we would like to see here is that the business model blocks are consistent among each other. And of course, with the overall value proposition. So if you're targeting, I mean, we have discussed this in class, but if you're targeting a consumer market that it's very upper end and, you know, and expects great things from you, I mean, you cannot have automated channels. I mean, you need to have personalization there. So that is what we refer to as consistency in this particular setting. The idea is that you can clearly articulate the three parts, the three sections of the canvas how the business delivers, captures, and creates value. And that overall clarity and consistency is what is going to be rewarded in this particular component. Second component refers to structure and the flow, which will be assessed using the presentation format that we are requiring from you, which is video, for you to record a video. So how you flow presenting your ideas is going to be quite important here. So the presentation is well structured. You can follow all the steps logically, and it has the right flow, the right speed, the right pace for an audience to be able to bear with you throughout the whole process. The information content needs to be accurate. Everything needs to be developed in adequate depth. Facts needs to be checked. Conclusions are substantiated. That's another important component of the grade. And finally, the aesthetics, right? I mean, aesthetics seems something that it's a little bit trivial, but it's really not. Communication and how the message is packaged matters a lot in business. So the look and feel of the presentation will also be evaluated, and you need to convey that you are a professional, and therefore that presentation of yours is professionally looking. All right, guys. So that is what I wanted to cover with you today. Unfortunately, we are not having this session live. There's a few of you joining at this time of the afternoon. My apologies. There has been a mix-up with the time zone and how you guys in Vancouver have already changed to springtime as of this part of the term, which was not the case earlier in the term. So my mistake. But of course, as always, I really appreciate that we have kept in close communication throughout the term. We have tried to make our best with the TA team to be speedy and have quick turnaround times in order to assist you and that you can feel supported throughout the whole process. We are very, very close to the end, but I think that thus far, for all of us involved, delivering the course, it has been an awesome term, and we have enjoyed having you around us. So thank you for that, and thank you for keeping engaged and for giving us feedback and for telling us and reaching out to us, telling us where you're at with this particular course. We really, really appreciate that input. So yet again, you know already that you can reach out to us anytime via email, via Canvas. Make sure that you keep in the loop the whole teaching team, the TAs and myself, so that all of us can be in the loop. This is a quite populated course. We have a lot of students, but we want to cater to each of us, to each of you guys in a personalized way, and we want you to feel supported. So here we are. Thank you very much again. I wish you the very best with your final assignment. This is the last push, guys. You can do this. I trust that you will keep on delivering good quality and very exciting work through our Canvas. We are delighted to see you there and to interact with you. So thank you again. Have a great rest of the afternoon, and we will see each other hopefully very soon.